So now you can see we have created a slab comp for our Ghost Rider. This is the slab comp by which I have just buffered right now. So now you can see that there is we need to balance certain things of which are the levels as well as the color. Like if you check this the background color and this color on the jacket and over here as well, we need to balance everything off so that they look the same. And definitely we just need to have burning texture on the jacket, that it should feel like the jacket is burning, as well as because there is too much of heat inside because it's a Ghost Rider. And definitely we need to have interactive lighting as well, around his collar, and even here the interactive lights, and we can add certain elements like smoke or fire to blend the things off to make it more look more like a cinematic kind of thing. So what we're gonna do is, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna on first frame, like we'll just select the frame that we need to comp. So we can have this one this one as a straight one for a comp. And what I'm gonna do is just kill the saturation at the back. We'll try to match the saturation level and saturation and everything of the CG and our shot. So let us just kill the saturation from the back so that there is no warm light, and from the jacket as well. So we'll go in jacket and we'll try to kill some saturation. And once we kill the saturation, I think so we need to take it down as per the sky. So just a little bit down would be enough. And same thing, we will go for fire and CG skull. So one thing I want to clear is that I'm not gonna break this CG into layers and then I'm going to comp. It's because it's not needed in this case, because the lighting is almost set and we hardly have any diffuse. We just have diffuse pass, not too much of indirect lighting and reflection and refraction passes. So what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna subtract the passes which is not needed to me. Like suppose just for FYI, for information, what I'm gonna do is like if I don't need a specular pass, that I need to get rid of specular from the mesh from the skull. So I'll just go in specular. So this is a specular. What I'm gonna do is just tell the nuke that please subtract this from the RCG render. So what it has done in AOV, this is the most advanced thing that AOV is good for, that you can add and you can subtract as well, which is really a good thing for you, so that we can subtract everything. AOV is stand for arbitrary output variables, so which is arithmetic output variables. So this is completely based on maths. So as you can see, we just got rid of specular. So same thing which we'll do later on, so that we need certain things that we need to get rid of. Okay, so we'll go in fire and skull as well. Let's take the skull first. We need to darken the skull. The basic idea is to get the skull slightly dark so that the fire is more enhanced, and fire feels like really like burning very hard. So in order to do that, we need to just have maintain the certain things, such as we need to get rid of the smoke would be hardly visible because this is quite gray. And let's just kill some smoke and add some contrast to our shot from CC node. So we'll add a contrast, so both things are done like this. So you can see the fire is getting enhanced, and which is looking much good, much better as well. So, and we'll take a key. I'm just gonna take the brighter part of the key light, so that we can increase the highlight like this. So within a three go, like within three nodes, we have a much more better contrast to our fire, which was looking completely flat. But this is actually nice. The fire is looking really good. And what I'm gonna do is just balancing things off right now. So let's just check our black levels. The shirt black levels is too high, so in order to in the same way, this is a scan. So I'll just go over here and add, so sorry, this was too much, a bit of black to our BG as well. a slight bit off, and that's okay, which is okay. Yeah, this much is cool, I think so, or slightly less. Yes. So now what we can do is, this is after just a second, arranging things. So yeah, we need to add a glow to our fire so that we can work on glow simultaneously. So as you add glow to the fire, it just add it's feels kind of blurry, as you can see. So what we need to do in that is just to kill brightness. Then we're gonna do add another glow, which would be like really spreading out, like this much spreading out, or more than this, around this much. Yeah, and we just need to work on this brightness. So now when you see in comp, you have much more of glow, and you have internal glow, and we need to add one more, which would be slightly bigger, not more, slightly bigger, to have a fall off. And we just gonna add this. So now you can see we have added the glow in within a quick time. The reason to do add a 3 glow was because the glow is not a good tool from Nuke, which is like, I'll just show you over here. When you add glow and if you increase the brightness, there is no fall off, as you can see. So we what we did is try to create the fall offs over here. This is there is some hardly fall off over here, so that's why we just have this added this, and we can tweak it later on as much as we want, the brightness, and as well as over here we can slightly tweak it to be make it look much better for within the fall off and everything, just like this. So I'll just close the glow right now because it's not needed right now. And what I'm gonna do is do some kind of combo here, which would be let's take us back slightly the lights over here. And as you can see, there is too much the complete skull looks a bit of like a flat. We need to add a volume like this. The volume must be there in order of like just like this. So what I'm gonna do, I'll just take a shuffle node, go in our normal pass, which would be this. And I don't know why the normal is looking so much bright. Just let us just kill the normal, yeah, brightness, so that we can have a normal much more. So what I need is we'll go in red and just try to kill the light from the red in our comp. So what I'm gonna do is just attach our grade node over here, not this one, we'll take a new one. Okay, and so this is in red channel, so I'll just tell my grade node to take RGB red from the shuffle node. So this what the new gonna do is just take this mat from the red channel, and I'll just gonna decide it, sorry, darken this area so that we can have uh, kind of volume to our skull. So now we see that we have a kind of volume to our skull, which is good. Like this was completely flat, now there is a volume to our skull. And it's too saturated, but we can we'll look at that thing later on. So let's just add some few elements as well, which is this fire, or just for now we'll just add smoke, which is this. So what I'm gonna do, just raw data, or else leave it this way only. First thing, reformat and deset this completely, because I don't want any blue to come from the like saturation that it should carry. And I'll call up place it over here as a screen in our BG, and we'll just look at the performance, which is this. So we have a smoke which is going in good direction, and it's going slightly it's too fast. So I'll just add a retime and make it slightly slow. slightly yeah, this much would be much better, and we're gonna add some contrast to our smoke so that the region is much better. And now we're gonna check it over here in our comp. So definitely smokes plays a good role over here, so it adds some kind of texture, and there's something behind to our comp which is there's a difference, there is something in the middle between the FG BG. Okay, so we have fire, so what we're gonna do is just match the, just a second, raw data, we'll keep it this way only, and we'll add a fire in front layer. Let me just show you quickly and reformat this as well, or else we'll keep it this way only because it's HD. I will keep it this way, or we can do a reformat if needed. We'll take this, and of course we need to add a keyer so that it has an alpha. When you add a keyer, so what it gonna do, it's just gonna add a alpha to your image properly. So this is adding our alpha right now. We'll take this and place it somewhere here so that we have something in front like this. And similarly I'm just gonna add in the on this part also, which I'm gonna screen, and something over here as well. So we have fire in front as well, so make it look give a cinematic look, which gonna help us. So I'll just crop this to make it look good to for the bonding box. And we have added the fire, and we need to defocus it because it's in the front of the camera. So what we're gonna do is just take a defocus, and we'll add defocus to them, which would be really good. And we're gonna add a glow as well, which would be slightly bigger, which would be like something this. And definitely we need to get rid of some kind of saturation, it's too red. So let's just kill slightly red over here, just a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna match the fire, both of them. Just before that we're gonna check the performance, which is the speed of the fire. So let us just play it. So this is quite slow, we need to retime it so that it matches the actual footage of our. Let us just add a retime, most probably like 0.5, 1.5, and always keep the filter nearest so that it has a pretty much good filter. Still this is slow, so let us just increase more. Well, this is kind of good, slightly speed, there is a speed over here, so we'll add this over here. Let me precom the scan actually, which is getting too heavy right now over here. We'll precom this, and so that we have less buffering on every frame. So the precomp is rendered, and it has alpha as well. So let let's get over here in comping, and we'll add a color to the fire close to a FG, which is this, and definitely some brightness, and we're gonna lose the contrast for now. Yes, and still it's slightly glowy, and we need to work on this glow later on. And let's go here. So what are the missing things right now is there is less glow on the head over here where the fire is coming off from here. So we need some kind of glow like this in this region as well of the head. And we need to slightly get this thing dark. This is looking too much speck, and there is less amount of dirt on this skull, so we'll add some kind of dirt as well to the skull, so make it look much more realistic. So what we want to do is take the gray node, and we'll take a noise as well. So there is a render which we have is UV. So UV, what it's gonna do is it's gonna just help us place this texture, which is like some kind of dirt right now for me, which I'm thinking, and we'll use this as an ST map. Okay, so this becomes our ST map right now. As we can see, the texture is placed over here, so we can add a dirt to a skull slightly, some kind of variation like this, and we're gonna blur this slightly to lose some this, and we're gonna lose some speck as well from the over here. We'll take this, go here, specular, and we'll change it to from, and slightly till here, like halfway we're gonna lose the speck to make it look less shiny and all. So we have this kind of texture, and we're gonna create another same thing, but this time we'll just go slightly like this, so we have much more of that. Adding some kind of texture really makes it good, as you can see right now. So just slightly, I think so we can just go back in this slightly, so there is some kind of texture, as you can see. So now we need to add a glow or like this in certain areas like this and this. So what I'm gonna do is take this skull mat, which is this one, and we'll go in for our fire. We're gonna mask it over here, and we'll take a roto for our skull, and slightly on this skull area we're just gonna brighten them up. And we need to definitely we need to like work on every frame, need to keep that, and we'll just increase the glow on the his head. So now we can see that there is a glow, like there's a fire detail right now, so we'll just make it much more contrastic like this, so we can read the glow or read some kind of detail on the head, and which is kind of glowing right now, which was needed. We'll close this glow for now. And definitely if the film my system would have been better, so I would have rendered the much more detailed film effects, simulation would have been much more detailed, so we would have got a much more detailed fire, but definitely that's okay for now. Now just adding a bit of red to our fire will help it. Slide a bit of red like this, and let's just add some glow, less over here like this and this. So this is looking quite good right now. As you can see, the comp is still looking good. So what we did is within the small steps like this, we just almost got a good output. Now I need to rotate this quickly. So what are the things that we are missing right now is like we'll add some members over here, and what we can do is just add another fire layer. Like I'll show you guys. So what we can do, I'll just have it over here. We'll take this fire again, and we're gonna add it in behind the CG character. Sorry, the Ghost Rider, and we can time offset this one by how much frame this is 2, and after retime how much left. So definitely we can offset it by 30, something like this in the BG. Definitely like we'll place it, scale it down slightly, and we're gonna add the another ones like this only, and same thing, time offset, so that they shouldn't look similar by 15 frames. And we're gonna time offset one of these as well by 25 frames if needed. We'll just time offset it minus 25. So we have fire in the front and as well as in the back. So the backfire, I'm just gonna lose it slightly, and just let me quickly arrange this. This is a scan. Place it over here. Yes. And we're gonna add some defocus to them, like the less defocus, not too much, and glow as well, which is the most important thing. Something like this. So we have fire in front and fire behind as well. So let us just crop them as so that we don't have too much of bounding box. Okay. So now you can see the comp is actually looking good. So in the next video what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the embers with the help of particles, and we're gonna burn the our jacket, and we're gonna have some like fire over here, which is some kind of lava kind of thing over in some part of the jacket, which is it will make it feel like this is burning quite heavily. So I hope you like this video. Definitely in further video we're gonna tweak the certain things as well to make it look much more realistic.